Hi guys, so today we will learn about HLookup, and by the end of this video you will be very well versed with HLookup. Let's get started. So as in the previous video we have learned about VLookup. There V stands for vertical, and here in HLookup H stands for horizontal. So if you remember, in VLookup we were looking at ID as the key to map all the other fields, or to map the venue column in particular in the previous video. In this video, we will look up not vertically but horizontally, and that's where the name comes HLookup. But where is it useful? For example, when mapping vertically, for example, venue, VLookup is useful, but where can I apply HLookup? That is a good question. Before that, let me first convert date to the date format. Now freeze the first row so that the first row is always visible even if you scroll down. Now let's say I have this 2021 to 2022 data. As you can see in the dates, I have only 2 years of IP data. But I also need the 2023 and 2024 data. Let's say when you downloaded the 2008 to 2024 IPL data, and the next year 2025 IPL data is also updated. Now you want to append it in your database. How will you do it? You cannot, not necessarily you may be able to copy and paste it. For example, this is my 2021 to 2022 data, and this is 2023 to 2024 data. As you can see, the order of the columns are different. The first column here is season, the third column is match, the fifth column is date, first column is ID, third column is city, and fifth column is match type. How will you append it? You can't simply copy and then paste it below. Why? Let me do it. If I just copy and paste it here, you see this in the season, I'm not getting the season, I'm getting the match ID. And in the match ID, I'm getting the season. This shouldn't be the case, right? How will you do it? You can manually change the order to match this, or other way is HLookup. How will you use HLookup? Let me tell you. You just have to type HLookup. In VLookup, we were trying to find the key vertically, as in if I were to VLookup venue, I will look on my left and take anything as my key, in this case match ID. For HLookup, you have to look up. When you look up, you are getting your column name. This is the key. Why is this the key? Because in the other sheet, you want to take the match ID and you want to map it wherever match ID exists. Now match ID exists in the first column. So Excel will look where can I find the name ID in the data set, and it will return the respective row that you want to return. In VLookup, we were trying to return the respective column number, and here we will return respective row number. So just select ID, comma, table array, go to the sheet 2, select the whole thing. Now this is row number 2. If you want to return row number 2, you will type row index number as comma 2, row 3, row 4, and so on. I will select the full data for now, and then comma, I want to return the second row for now. Second row, and I want an exact match, false, either false or 0. Now in the previous video of VLookup, I have explained you why is it necessary to log this table. Otherwise the table will move as I copy and move my formula. Press enter. See, we have got the value. Now paste the same formula everywhere in this column. See, we have got everything except for umpire 2. Why didn't I get umpire 2? Okay, so the database was from column A to column T. I just have to edit that and everything will be done. So as you can see, I have selected till column S, I should have selected till column T, and everything else will be done. How? How, you may ask, is everything done? You can see, you can pick any column and you can try to read the formula. It says it is trying to look up M1. M1 is result. So it will try to match the result, the keyword in this data. So it will start looking from row 1. In VLookup, the key must always be present in column 1, and in HLookup, the key must always be present in row 1. So M1 is result. So it will try to look the result in row 1. It found the result. Now, since it found the result and you have selected the whole data and we wanted to return row number 2, so it will return row number 2, which is wickets. Hence you got here wickets. Is it clear? Now the question arises, well, all this is good, but I have only written a formula for one row. How can I write formula for all the rows? Well, there is a smart thing that you can do. If you want to copy this down, let's say if you want to copy the whole row down, it will give you any. Why? Because just see the formula what is changing. A1 is changing to A2. So it is now trying to look A2. It is trying to find this. Can it find this in the first row? No, it can never find 1254058 in the first row. It must always try to look ID. Hence, you can log this. You can log the column. Sorry. Hence, you can log the row. The row must not change. When you have logged this, even now if you try and copy the formula, you see A1 is A1, it is logged. The row is not changing. Similarly, I will just copy and paste this formula and copy and paste it here. Now you can see the column is changing because we have not logged it, which is fine. The column should change, but the row should not change. Hence you can see in both these rows, the rows are not changing. But if I want to return the next row, which is row number 3, I will have to change it to 3, right? Now copy this and paste it in the third row. See, you have got the third row. 1359476. See, you have got the third row as it is. Now you want the fourth row, what will you do? You will copy this here and you will change the row number to 4. Now this is a tedious process because for row number 4, 5, 6, 7, what is the easiest way? So you understood the pattern. Only 2, 3, 4, only these are changing. So you will just, only these are changing. So you will just put 2 here and you will do +1 here, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So I will paste it till here. See, you have got all the row values here. Now what would you do? It is very simple. You will change it and map this to this. Why? Because it is now referring to V138. V138, it sees that I have to return 4. Okay, so automatically V138, instead of V138, it will substitute 4. So when it substitutes 4, it is now grabbing the fourth row. So you can simply paste this formula here. It is giving value error. Why? Because as you can see, it is changing cells. It is changing from V to W to X, but I don't want that. For the whole row, the column has to stay constant, which is V, because you can find the value here only in V. But we should not put a lock on row, because when you try to copy the formula, it has to take from the next row. So row is not constant. What is constant? Only the column is constant. Hence you will put a dollar here. And now everything is done. It has returned row number 4. Now similarly, you need to return row number 5, row number 6 and so on. Till when? The limit is 146. The limit is 146. Till 146, you can do this. So I will go to row number 146 and then I will select all of the rows, all of the columns, and then I will simply paste the formula. And see, just look at it. Everything is done. The last match ID was 1426312, 1426312. Everything is done. Did you see the magic? Let me recap. Let me tell you how did I this particular formula. And I didn't remember the trust me. It was all on the spot. Let me teach you how did I do it. The first thing, it's simply A1, but I have logged the row number. Why the row number? because I always wanted the first row. I want my row to change. I always want first row as my VLookup value. I want to always search for ID or season or city, anything on the first row and not below that. Hence, I've logged my row. Perfect. Then I've logged the data table, which I've explained in VLookup table that you have to log the data table. Next, I was manually trying to type row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6. But now what I've done is I've written a simple formula that take the value from above and do +1 and then just copy and pasted it and will Excel will put all the numbers sequentially right there. Then, as I have said, I took the row number to return from here, from the V column, and but nothing was logged. So when I tried to change the columns, what happened? Even this column changed. It moved from V to W to X to Y to Z. I didn't want that. I wanted the column to stay constant. Hence, I put a $sign here and comma 0, as you know. If you put comma 1, it will take an approximate match, not an exact match, and I wanted an exact match. That's how I did it, and then I copy pasted the whole formula till row number 146, and I copy pasted the whole formula till I cover all the rows in this second sheet. That's how HLookup works. And if you ever forget it, as I've taught you in the VLookup, just press FX button here and then you can look all the description available here. For HLookup, repeating again, for HLookup, the lookup value has to be above. For VLookup, the lookup value has to be on the left, right? For table array, the table array is same in both HLookup and VLookup. The only thing changes is in the VLookup, we return the column index number, column 1, column 2, column 3. I want to return column 3. In row index number, in HLookup, I will return the row number. I want to return row 3, row 4 or row 2. This is also changed. So only thing that changes is lookup value and row index number. That's it. So this was all about HLookup. I hope you got comfortable with HLookup like you got with VLookup. And if you want me to cover some other topic or some other concept in statistics or in Excel, please comment down below and I will be very much ready to help you. Thank you. Bye.